Roughly 2 weeks ago, I made my first Minecraft mod, which was an upgrade to the portable grid to add a crafting menu. But the more I thought about its effectiveness is very limited. All you can do is you can access items and craft stuff with my version, but you can't interact with other elements. Like you can't put pipes into the portable grid. If I put, say, the pipe here, you can't pipe items into the disk contents. Well, the back things like the backpack, you can. Hey, can I do a little upgrade? Yeah. Okay, anyways, so I upgraded my portable crafting grid mod to expand on this concept to add a few extra functions. So I'm going to making the Omni Grid. It's an enhanced variant of okay, the skin. First, I need to create the Omni module for the upgrade. So I haven't quite worked out the creative variant yet, so that's kind of just an error. But you can upgrade the portable grid into the Omni variant using the Omni module. So I'm gonna just get components. Yes. So crafted. Strictly some furnace. I can get the Omni module and an upgrade. So using these, you can upgrade your portable grid to an Omni grid, which adds a bunch of functionality. I have a smithing table, do I? Okay, I have a smithing table. I need a smithing table, and then I can put this in, this in, this in. Now I have the Omni grid. The OG. So now, the Omni Grid has 2 disk slots, and you can actually mix and match it with a fluid. Also, you can actually place it. Maybe I shouldn't. Hold on, I'm gonna just unshrink myself. So you can actually place the Omni Grid, and then you can just immediately collect it like this. It's kind of weird. I don't know why it's saying it has a fire inscribed within. So what the Omni Grid does is it actually acts as an interface. So, well, I can't. If I keep remembering, I took my disk out. So if I put a pipe, no, a chest, and then I put this here, it'll actually start piping items out. So you notice here, this actually says what item is going to be exporting. Now it's taking items out of the storage. It is probably going to take a while. I have an upgrade. Okay, I don't have pipe upgrades. Pipe. Wait, it doesn't let me put stuff in. Okay, that's a bit odd. Usually most crafting grids, you can push stuff into the crafting grid. For some reason, this isn't registering it, which is a bit odd. I think I'll try and figure that out. Okay, yeah, it's gonna keep adding items. So I'm gonna just disconnect this, push, and put items back into the storage. And you'll notice it's slowly increasing in stuff. This also applies to fluids. So if I put a tank, I have a tank full of pink slime. But actually, I need to make a fluid disk first. So I'm gonna just chuck this in here. And make a fluid disk. Fluid disk. Fluid disk. Just doing fluids. I'll put this in. I'll just chuck this in because I can. So now you can store fluids. So let's take this out. Now if I put a fluid pipe, and then the fluid pipe here. Okay, now actually push the fluids. Now the fluids are going into here. And now I have my pink slime. And I can take it out of my Omni Grid. Of course, you can also reverse this. And it'll take fluids out of the storage. And now the fluid is removed. And of course, okay. Yeah, you can't pump in fluid. Wait, what? Oh, my game crashed. Apparently the pipe tried to transfer 0 milliliters of nothing and then it crashed. So I put a security check to make sure that doesn't happen. I'll try transferring fluids again and hopefully I don't see that problem again. Okay, fluid transfer. And then transfer back into the tank. You good? Okay, no crash. That is a good sign. So another interesting function of the Omni Grid is that it can actually connect to networks if you place it next to it. So if you place this, you notice here there's no disks inside because I already took out all the disks. I put in the Omni Grid. But if you place this, actually just to show, I'm gonna put cables. So if I put this Omni Grid onto this cable, the network will actually connect to the Omni Grid. And then now, if you click on this, the network now has access to everything that's stored on the Omni Grid, as if it was a disk drive. The moment I take this away, now all the items are gone. So whenever I come back from like mining or something, I put everything here. You can just plug this into base, and then I can just export whatever I need. Let's see, I have an exporter. Something I want to export. I don't know, let's say stone. Let's say I want to export this 2x cobblestone out of my Omni Grid. I could just do this and do this. And you notice now this chest is filled with cobblestone 2x. This is because it's part of a network now. I just put this back in, and then it ends up in here. Oh yeah, by the way, you can actually shift or sneak click to pick it up instantly, unlike the portal grid. So it's supposed to be more like a backpack thing. What else want I show off? Something I want to test this with some other automation. What happens if I put... Actually, what I'm going to do is make another disk. Oh wait, it ran out of power. Yeah, this thing, if you plug it into a network, it'll recharge itself off the network's power. And just put this here. Let's put some... Whoops. Okay. So you notice it's showing... It says it's 1000 bone meal inside. Essentially, there's a simulated container inside the Omni Grid. It's just like what it's trying to export. So currently, it's trying to export bone meal. So I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna just, I'll just dump this stuff in. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a separate storage disk to do a bit of testing. Let's say storage. Let's see what's the recipe for this. I can actually just access here. Let's create this empty disk. Just think. To put this in. I only have one storage disk inside. I'm going to do a bit of testing. I want to see how this interacts with automation. Let's leave this area. This was a shrinking machine. It was just a bunch of stuff I was building. Let's say, I want to smelt something. Let's break this. Okay. Let's say I'm gonna first move a few items. Let's say I have some osmium. Just take this in. Now I have this disk. I'll just put the osmium in. And then if I place it on top of this, it should start smelting. Okay. Oh, cool. It actually did it. It actually just took all the osmium out of the grid and just put it back in. Oh, that's good. What else it got? Get out. Die. Okay. That's one test. What happens if I plug into an external storage? This is gonna like break or something. The external storage. Oh, I forgot to tip. I took the disk out. Okay. External storage. What happens if I plug this into the Omni Grid? Does anything weird happen? Oh wait, actually, no, never mind. It's gonna just connect the network. Okay, so it's not connecting. 1,000 bone meal. Cool. Just dump this in. Okay. I think maybe this might be a duplication problem. Okay, since I have 2,570 bone meal. On 866. Still says I have this. I thought for a moment I might have like duplicated it a moment. This out. 70. $3K. Is this a duplication bug? 3K. Okay, I think I found a duplication bug. That's definitely going to need to be fixed, unfortunately. So that sucks. Okay, external storage causes duplication. So what I think I might do is I might have to rework how the simulated container works. Because currently it says there's 4,602 bone meal in one slot, but it shouldn't. Okay, if it pulls an item out. Yeah, I guess that will need to be fixed. Supply with fluids as well. Item. It's not fluid. I think the handle's fluid. So it was in a fluid interface at some point. No, there's no fluid interface. I swear in another mod pack I saw fluid interface for refined storage. So is my imagination. So yeah, I'm gonna fix this duplication bug. Yeah, oh, it was a good try. I had to take down the portable crafting grid because there was a problem where it was deleting items. If you close the crafting menu while items were inside, it would just delete them. So I had to fix this with the Omni Grid. So if you put an item inside, it'll actually just put it back in the inventory. Also, a few extra changes. I added an export menu or interface inside. So now you can limit what's being exported. Let's see this. Let's put this here. Let's say I want to export items. But now, no longer items will be put into the chest. Instead, you have to pick what you want to export. Let's say I want to export something I have a lot of. And sort by quantity. Okay, yeah, I want iron ingots. Then I would put iron ingots in the export filter. And now the machine can now pull iron ingots out. So if I just want to, I can just clear it like other filters, and it'll stop exporting that item. Okay, so let's see, do I have a fluid disk in here? Yeah, fluid disk. So fluids are handled a bit differently. So fluid, fluid. Have anything? Wait, why can't I see? Oh, I have to check the other item. Where's my other grid? Okay, tank. Disk fluid. Okay, I'm gonna just dump my fluid. So now I have. Wait, what? Oh, wait. Filter. Okay, so now I have liquid meat inside. And let's say I want to pipe this out. So what I'd have to do is I'd have to get a bucket or something holding the fluid. So let's see, can I grab this? Yeah, liquid meat bucket. Tank. It's fluid tank. This here. Okay. Now it's not exporting anything. So if I want to export this liquid meat, I'd have to put anything that contains that fluid. So if I put liquid meat bucket in, the liquid will start flowing out of the machine. And there we go. Don't any filters for importing, you still just do this. It'll go into the machine automatically. So this just makes it a lot easier to pick what you want to export instead of just picking the first item. here. Oh yeah, I was making string phone. In diet as well. I'm not exactly sure how recipes work precisely for preserving NBT data, so I'm just using a smithing table. But you can just use copper, and if I want to dye this machine thing, I can just go here, this, and I have a pink Omni Grid. See what other colors I have. Maybe using cyan. Do cyan. What is light blue? Whatever. Blue. I have a light blue Omni Grid. Is there anything else I want to test? Now with the new export system, could I put? Yeah, let's say I want to smelt some stuff. I don't know. Let's say tin. Actually, platinum. Yeah, let's just say tin. If I place this on top of the furnace, get out. It should not smelt anything because it's not exporting anything. So if I put tin, machine automatically smelts all the tin and it puts it back in the machine. So now I have all my tin smelted. That's good. I don't see any specific issues. I could try having it interact with some other mods. Let's see if modular routers work with it. Yeah, also that whole problem with the external storage during my last take, apparently it was just a visual bug. It didn't actually duplicate items, and it just fixed itself once you remove the grid. So you can't actually take the duplicated items, it's just visual stuff. So, okay, what was I doing? Okay, router. I can't really test every single mod that exists. That's kind of why I just bought ATM. It's a pretty popular mod pack. Okay. Now it's going to try and pull items out. So there's nothing for it to take. If I put... so you put copper. Okay, this should start pulling copper out of the machine. Okay, that's correct. So it could stacks, right? I don't know what the priority is. Suppose if you only want one specific item, you can just select it. So pulling gold. Okay, I think it's just prioritizing copper at the moment. If I remove this, now so it's pulling gold. That's correct. I can confirm this works. This works with send white. Okay. Good. machine went out. Okay, it should be sending gold. Good. Okay, it's correctly sending gold into the Omni Grid. So I can confirm that works. Put the quartz in. Okay. Export quartz into itself. Okay. Machine keeps saying it has different amount of quartz. Once I withdraw the quartz, I still have only 21. Yep, only 21 quartz. So this is a graphical issue if you try to do something wonky. But there's not much I can do about that. I had to put some limitations on how quickly the grid numbers update in order to just prevent lag. So I think this is actually pretty functional, what I can see. I had to put disk in. Okay, I cannot put fluids in because I don't have a valid disk. Get a fluid disk. Fluid. Okay, pink slime goes in. And to take the pink slime out, I need a bucket of pink slime. Let's dump this lava in because I can. And I just put this in. And now that this is in the filter, it goes in the tank. So this is pretty functional. I think I can actually publish this now. I did increase the price of the Omni module a bit. Omni module. Okay, now you have to use a disk drive and an interface because of the interface functionality, as well as a disk drive thing. So I guess it's could be useful to some players if you want to use a backpack with a disk-based storage. So I'm gonna just fix this issue with the creative Omni Grid first, and then I can make a published version.